First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler. It is Friday, and if you have been watching us here over the last few weeks, you know it's time to talk about a cocktail, and that's what we're going to do right now. We've got the one and only Julie Amato, J Amato PDX on Instagram. You're probably familiar with her work, and we get to find out some amazing cocktails every week from Julie with your awesome setup bar. Every week, I'm jealous. But Julie, it is good to see you.
You too, Greg. How are you?
I am doing great. I am excited to learn about what you have for us here today.
Yes.
Every week I see all those ingredients and it's more and more impressive, but walk us through what we're gonna have here today.
Okay, we are having a pineapple coconut margarita. It's hot out. I wanted something kind of tropical and just kind of felt vacation-y. Friday, let's do it, right?
Oh, amazing.
First thing I did was I put a little honey on the outside of my glass, and then I toasted some coconut, and I rolled it in toasted coconut. So you have a little coconut rim. Very simple. You just buy shredded coconut in the baking aisle. Just put it on a pan on low heat for maybe 90 seconds, and you have toasted coconut.
So smart.
And you can use agave. You can try to do lime. It doesn't stick as well with lime, so I chose to use honey. Okay, now for the drink. So first thing, of course, tequila. It's a margarita. 2 ounces of tequila into a shaker over ice. Okay. Then pineapple juice, 2 ounces of pineapple juice into your shaker. Okay. And then you do 1 ounce of orange liqueur of your choice. Some people use triple set, Cointreau. I kind of go back and forth with some things. Okay, orange liqueur. And then you want, coconut milk. Just a can of coconut milk. I just put it in here so I can shake it easier.
So that's just a regular can that you get at the grocery store.
Regular can of coconut milk. I just stuck it in this so I could shake it easier. Because, it comes usually with the cream on top and below. So
It looks
I'm going to do one. Yeah, right? Okay, 1 ounce of coconut milk. And then 1 ounce or a half an ounce of coconut cream, depending on how coconutty you like it. I'm going to go with 1 ounce. You can also buy cans of coconut cream, but this one keeps longer in the fridge, and it's kind of made for cocktails. You can find it in your grocery store and like the mixer aisle. Okay, and then a little lime. You can do 1 ounce of lime. I usually just do 1 lime. That's about 1 ounce. If you want to measure it, you certainly can, but, There we go. Get that in there. Okay. And now the fun part, you get to actually make the cocktail. Get your lid on, make sure it's on tight, and then you shake. This is the long part. It's about 30 seconds. You
Yeah,
can
but
also...
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's the long part, but it's the important part.
It is important. And you can also put it in a blender instead. And then you blend the whole thing, and then you've got, really fun blended cocktail. Like if you're at a vacation resort, usually it comes blended, your margaritas, and pina coladas. Okay, I think we're probably good. Okay, now, get our knife out of the way. Got your glass. You can just pour it right in. Okay, it's creamy and really pretty. I have just a slice of lime. I'm just going to cut a little divot into it so I can put it on the side of my glass. I'm going to put a little shredded coconut on top. And then you have this beautiful, creamy, I'm going to taste it just to make sure. Okay, that's delicious. It's rich, so it wouldn't be something you're going to drink all day probably. But in the heat,
Right.
Just one is probably good anyway. So, oh my gosh, definitely toast your coconut. I mean, the toasted coconut really just highlights all the flavors.
I have never
fantastic.
thought about that. Toasting coconut and then putting like honey around the rim to have it hold on there. It's nothing I've ever
It's so easy, and it's just something. And then, coconut, shredded coconut can lay in your cupboard for 6 months probably in a bag. So,
Yep.
Yeah, so it is fantastic, and you should definitely go make one.
I absolutely want to go make one, and once again, I am impressed and envious that you're getting
thank you.
right now. It's fantastic.
I'll bring some to the station next week.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'll have that for my interviews. No, I won't do that.
There you go.
I promise. But afterward, I will. Well, Julie,
Sure.
for everybody who wants to follow along with all of the other stuff that you do too on Instagram, because you have so many different amazing drinks and cocktails on there that you made, what is the best way to follow you?
My handle is J Amato. It's AMATO. So J Amato PDX, and that's my handle on Instagram and on Facebook. And people are trying to push me to try the TikTok, so we'll see. I might go on TikTok with it, and it'll be the same handle if I do. So
There we go. Well, everybody follow along. And Julie, I love these segments. I love learning and seeing
me too.
what you create here. And now I know, what I'm going to stop by the store for on the way home. So thank
Yes,
you very
absolutely.
much. And for everybody out there too, again, this is Fox 12 Now, so thanks for joining us. And we have lots of things up here, including doing fun things like this with Julie on Fridays. So everybody have a good weekend. Go make your cocktails, and we'll talk to you soon. And Julie, thanks.
Have a good weekend.
You too.